Hi, I'm Shannon Gavin Johnson, the director of Legacy Museum on Main, and this is a brief moment in LaGrange's history. Dixie Mill was established in 1895 on Greenville Street. Its first investors included prominent local citizens such as James Troup and Blunt Farrell. Investment also came from New York and New Hampshire. According to an article from the Providence Journal of Commerce, the mill was based on the design of Charles Prairie, who had designed mills across the world, including ones in England and Brazil, as well as closer mills in Selma, Alabama, and Anniston. The first products manufactured included cotton fabrics for horse blankets and lab robes. The mill struggled in its early life as the machinery initially installed was quite outdated and was not designed to produce the higher quality fabrics that the market demanded. Productivity improved just before the start of the 20th century as a partnership between Fuller E. Callaway and Otis Dunson secured new machinery and better management. Like many of the large mills, Dixie Mill also had an accompanying mill village. Houses in Dixie Mill Village are unique as they often feature the salt box style that was more commonly seen in New England mill villages, perhaps due to the influence of its initial northeastern investors. The mill village soon expanded to include churches, schools, athletic clubs, and recreation facilities. In 1916, the mill changed ownership and was purchased by the Wellington Sears Company of New York. The 1930s saw a period of tumult and upheaval as the mill was forced to close for a period of time during the Great Depression. Another new owner purchased the mill in 1933, which brought control of the mill back to Georgia under the West Point Manufacturing Company. This also saw a transition from producing cotton duck to fabric used for clothing. Wellington Sears continued to be responsible for selling the fabric produced. During World War II, the mill was entirely dedicated to producing fabrics needed for the war effort and earned an Army-Navy Excellence Award for their high levels of productivity. The next major change for the mill came in 1949 as the mill was refitted to stop producing cotton fabrics and begin manufacturing synthetic rayon materials. The mill saw many ownership changes and corporate restructurings during the Cold War era, but these did not stop the mill from continuing to churn out high-quality fabrics. In 1995, the mill celebrated its 100th anniversary with an open house. As much of LaGrange and Troup County's industry transitioned away from textiles and diversified, Dixie Mill ceased operations in 2004. However, the property has been given a new lease on life after recent purchase and conversion into loft apartments. To learn more about mills in LaGrange, visit Legacy Museum on Main. This has been a brief moment in LaGrange's history.